handshake. So lately I've been actually thinking about my speeches and the speeches that I've given. Oh man, I forgot my bag. I got a prop. Good thing I'm not This is the best part about being Toastmaster tip. You don't have anybody. So, I've had some speeches that I felt have been very good, and so I've kind of been analyzing like what's going on. And so really this Toastmaster tip is more for me, I think, but hopefully you benefit from it as well. But a couple years ago, I did one of my best speeches, which was a little story about how short is short. So these are one of my daughter's pair of shorts. And you probably don't remember this, but at that point in time, they weren't high-waisted, so they were this big. So the bottom part hasn't gotten longer, but the top part has. Now they come up to your belly button instead of down below your belly button. So this was a pretty simple story about shorts and my daughters and how short are short. And these are short, but you can't find longer shorts, I'm just saying. It's an odd thing. It really is odd. But the part that I think made that story or that speech a good speech is because it was simple and it was very personal. It was something that I knew a lot about. It was something that I dealt with on a daily basis sometimes, especially in the summer. And there was another speech that I gave about Iowa and growing up in Iowa, and I think that also was it was a pretty simple speech, and it also was very personal. And I started to think of, well, what are some other things that I can talk about that are simple and that are personal to me? Because I do think that gives you, if you get lost in your speech or as you're doing your speech, it gives you a way to kind of get back on track. When it's something that's happened to you, you don't get so nervous about the details. Like, I think 7 is one of the hardest speeches because you have to do some research and you're looking up stuff, and those things are harder to recall, I think. So, like this morning I was getting ready, and I have allergies, so it looks like I've kind of been on drugs for a while, and I have one contact stuck in this eye. So this side, with my glasses on, there's like 3 of you back there on that side. This side looks okay. So I mean, like simple stuff like that that's going on. Or driving the bus when I was in college, driving a city bus as a CAM bus driver. Or growing up on a pig farm. I mean, those are some ideas that I could probably expand on and create a story about. And I think really we've had some incredible speeches also in our room about some simple things. Like Doug had a great story just about dating. Do you guys remember that one? Mm-hmm. It was awesome, and how he met his wife. But I mean, those are simple things that are very personal, and you could tell the story almost without your notes or writing everything out, because it's something that you've done. Or John and getting married and going to, where did you go? Not China. China? Yeah. China, okay. Yeah. Or Matt had a good story about going to the Royals spring training. And did you take your sons, or have you taken?
I had one then, yeah.
You have one, okay. Yeah, so those are the kinds of things, or Lisa with her Trekkie convention, right? So those are the kinds of things that you remember, and the speeches that are memorable. And I think they're easy, simple, personal. And so that's my tip for you, and that's going to be my tip, I think, moving forward. So if you hear some stories about pigs in Iowa and driving a bus, you know why.